are actually changing, which often happens when there's, in fact, there's a lot of things coming up before this election. We're going to bring Oldecam with comments on the headlines.
The White House doubts the need to halt all foreclosures.
Well, I know, because they said that it could be damaging to the economy. Well, basically what they did was called Obama went and shot himself in the foot again in order to give houses to people. He didn't realize that what's going to happen is that it shuts down sales on homes, folks, and it damages the people that basically want to buy can't buy. The people that did buy don't know if they now own the homes because of Obama. And he's destroyed an entire industry, which is basically the trading of mortgages. So,
well, didn't he say that improving the economy was the most important thing he was doing?
Well, everything he does, basically, as Beau Biden says, we realize that this may damage the economy and it may hurt businesses, but we have to go by the rule of law. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the rule of law basically sometimes has to be treated gently, and they're not doing it that way.
Hoping to cut House losses, Democrats try for a firewall.
Oh yeah, they're basically they're going. The firewall is to dig up as much dirt as they can against any Republican candidate, and then spend their money to promote it.
Obama ramps up attacks on fund sources of pro-Republican groups.
I know, but he doesn't go after pro-Democratic groups, just pro-Republicans. Isn't that amazing?
Are you serious?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all right for unions to do it. He wants the Republicans to join him in campaign finance laws right now, which isn't going to happen because the Democrats won't even approve it.
A little progress seen in climate talks.
Because nobody has any money. Obama does not understand. People are broke. You can't get people to spend money on something that they don't want when they don't have any money to spend.
White House union supporters organizing marijuana workers.
Isn't that a good one? There's, they figured that it's going to be such a major business, and because the young people are demanding. Basically, if the young people are demanding it, you know that it's something wrong.
And this is our daily till the election day, and it's all over for the Republicans now that Obama message of hope and change is getting heard.
But he blamed the Republicans on the fact it was being drowned out. The Republicans don't control the media, and he's back to the 2008 campaign mode, where all these young people came out to vote for him, and the internet was really big and hot. The problem is, the people that he got on the internet don't have the money to afford the internet anymore.
Uh-oh, that's a minor problem, isn't
Well,
it?
he never understood that either, so.
Afghan President Karzai confirms holding talks with the Taliban.
Yeah, well, because no, Obama's getting ready to pull. NATO is going to pull out, and Obama's going to follow.
California budget perpetuates deficit spending.
They didn't fix the budget. They just put the budget. They put half of the budget off into the future again, based upon the fact that the Democrats are going to give them more money for spending. That's the Democrats in the federal side, folks.
And Obama urges the crowd to show him the energy of the 2008 campaign.
Well, the guy is a total and absolute loony. He goes and this is a guy that spends all his time in campaign speeches condemning the Republicans, and then says we need Republicans to help join us in saving this economy. Well, the Republicans are saying he's responsible for it, not George Bush.
Feingold defends health care vote in Wisconsin debate.
And he can't defend it. He said he was doing what he thought was right for the people of this country, even though his state is like 3-1 against it, which means he voted against the will of the people, which is why they're tossing his butt out.
Obamacare finds that TV and internet should be restricted for young people.
Isn't that amazing?
What?
Well,
Why
they said that because there's too much violence seen on television, and there's too much stuff that can't be controlled on the internet since they lost net neutrality.
And GOP hopeful makes anti-gay remarks.
Had to do with the fact that God doesn't approve of homosexuality, folks. So that's not an anti-gay mark. That's a religious mark. He is a Roman Catholic,
What? They don't know the difference between religious and
remember, the church,
and
the Democrats don't believe in religion.
Oh.
Although they will tell you that they support religion more than Republicans do, because liberals are basically more religious than conservatives.
They are?
That's what
I thought they were more atheists.
I know, that was a funny one.
New York City gang arraigned.
Latinos don't like gay people, so you think that Obama's going to gain any ground with them, with his gay rights movement, and they don't believe in it?
Activist dedicates Nobel Peace Prize to Tiananmen victims.
Yeah, and basically how they know he said that is a mystery, considering he's in solitary confinement, not allowed to talk to anybody, which means it was just the press making that statement up.
Obama trots out 2008 slogans in Philadelphia.
Yeah, hope and change, hope and change. Whether he's not bring any hope to anybody, but he said about change, though, didn't he? For the worst.
Oh, he did? Well,
Yeah.
you know, part of it is when somebody says a broad-based word like change, it's always subject to people's personal interpretation.
Well, I knew he's a liberal Democrat. He was going to be a change backwards. He didn't say a change forward. He said a change from the Republican, the Republican situation that got us that way. I hate to tell people, folks, that the Democrats were in charge, not the Republicans. It was the Democrats that screwed with the housing industry, not the Republicans. It was the Democrats that threatened to go clamp down on big oil, which caused everything, not the Republicans. It's the Democrats spending on social programs that didn't work. A long list of things that they're responsible for.
No drugs found at Washington House where 12 overdosed.
So what did they overdose on then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cough syrup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Video NFL Commissioner Goodell weighs facts of Brett Favre's case.
Well, they now admit that may not, the people that released it, well, that might not be Brett Favre's voice, and that might not be Brett Favre naked, but it doesn't make any difference. It's enough to basically get Favre suspended under the rules of the NFL.
Oh, because they used his name and it could be detrimental to the NFL, huh?
Yeah, it's just like if Minnesota, who was highly favored by the bookies, goes down the toilet because of the commissioner of base football on suspicion, like they did with Rosenberger, you figure the NFL is in big trouble.
Cost concerns weakened the Forest Service.
They don't have any money. I mean, nobody has any money because Obama spent it all, folks. And he didn't spend it where it was needed. He spent it on unions and the Forest Service. The forest, basically, protecting the animals and the wildlife has nothing to do with unions, so.
Pressure intensifies on mortgage lenders.
Yeah, well, they blame it on Obama and his taking over the banks, because when they took over the banks, they inherited the bookkeeping of maybe not one, not two, but maybe 3 or 4 different chains. And it basically, the rule of thumb is, my family was in the housing business, it's who ends up with the title last. That's all that counts. It doesn't make any difference whether the paperwork's shoddy. It's who has the title. And if you got the title, you foreclose.
Government no call for Social Security increase in 2011.
Yeah, screws the older people. They're going to keep getting screwed, so.
And living under a flight path may be bad for the heart, a study.
It's by those people that want the flight paths all shut down by their homes. Of course, they bought the homes there because they were cheap. Now they want the airplanes shut down, so.
Yeah, and there's some people, actually, I like to be near airports.
Yeah.
So I'm perfectly
Why
fine with that.
you tend to shut the noise out.
Yeah, foreclosure freeze could undermine the housing market.
Yeah, they predicted today, which is why Obama's backing off, that this is now going to lapse over into his political campaign at 212 now, which is what he didn't want happen.
A doping measure on marijuana.
Yeah, they're going to say, well, it says that this is just for adult recreational use. I didn't see anything about that in the law.
Well, what about them unionizing all those pot workers?
Yeah, because they're going to be such a big thing in this country. The young people are going to demand all 50 states and the federal government to allow drug use, because it's also good for the economy. Yeah, drugged out kids driving cars, yeah.
Yeah. Jumping well deaths blamed on krill and ship traffic.
And George Bush is destroying the environment. That was the other thing that was left off.
Daimler, go ahead.
It's always amazing how it always ends up with Bush.
Yeah, and Daimler recalled 85,000 Mercedes-Benz autos in the U.S. citing steering flaws?
Yeah, they lose hydraulic fluid, which is not something. It means the quality on the Mercedes are now collapsing like everybody else.
I've never remembered hearing a recall from Mercedes or something like that.
No.
Actually, I don't even remember hearing
Mercedes
any recall.
doesn't make mistakes like that, so.
And Obama signs technology access bill for the disabled.
Well, yeah, basically the expenditure of tens of billions of more dollars of money, so.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
I like that. The real answer to solving a depression is to have the government force inflation to make people in business to spend their money.